Melkbos is one of the West Coast's hottest summer destinations, seeing thousands of visitors each year over the festive break. But one building has been standing here since long before tourists started flooding in. Built inside a national monument dating back to the 1700s, culinary hotspot the Damhuis restaurant is one of the oldest buildings in the country.
Damhuis is a family-style restaurant. We try to create our own niche trend. So the trend is a casual fine dining, not a fancy plate of food with a gel and a flour and a little garnish here and there. So it's quality, locally sourced produce, cooked traditional way. We've got 13 qualified chefs in the kitchen, and the portions are decent, so you're not going to leave here hungry. I was executive chef at the hotel group in Pretoria, and my friend Ian Lombard and his family got the brainchild to open Damhuis. Things happened, and I decided to take a chance and to open a restaurant. That's every chef's dream. So we traded for around 3 years, and then the Nachtigals bought in, and the Lombards departed. And from there, I learned not only to be a chef, but how to run a business. My biggest asset is my staff. We have a very low staff turnover. I've got guys here that's been with me for 11 years, so it's like a family.
I've been here for 11 years. The people, the sea. I mean, what's not to like?
Damhuis is actually a national monument. The building was built in 1785, 200 years ago. The building is named after the dam that is in front of Damhuis. We have lots of fresh water underground, which we use for irrigation and purifying for drinking water and for coffee. Actually, my CEO, Steven Joseph, came up with the idea, and they designed the pipe so the water flows from the top and it gets pumped back again. So it's like almost an aquaponic type of herb that we're growing, and we have lights there on top at night, so it grows quite fast. I would say 50% of our herbs come from our own vertical gardens.
Reusing water from underground to grow fresh daily produce feeds into a philosophy of sustainability and respecting the history of the location. This same approach was taken when restoring the building back to its former glory, which took the team more than 6 months of careful work and planning.
Right, so this is the actual inside of the restaurant. Looked like when we opened 2009. Obviously not like this, it was in ruins. So we renovated with help of council and heritage and numerous departments that had to advise us as to what we can and cannot do within a heritage site monument like this. So it was a struggle for around 6 months to get it built up towards its original state again. But yeah, it's all worth it now, and it's a beautiful restaurant. The inside is quite cozy and a bit more intimate and formal for couples and intimate family functions. We have 4 different sections, and this is the monument we're standing in. So it'll be like this for another 100 years. We're not allowed to build, break, or do anything to the actual shell. We have to maintain the outer, we have to make sure the chalk is done, we have to use heritage green paint, all those stuff we need to adhere to maintain to operate in this restaurant. The walls are almost 1 meter thick, they're 800 mils thick, obviously varying a bit, but it's basically made out of rock and cow dung, whale bones, whatever they could find those days to build a premise. There's actually a bit of wood as well in, but yeah, this is basically what the walls look like.
With an abundance of seafood on their doorstep, Damhuis keeps things fresh, local, and above all, sustainable, with a variety of classic dishes inspired by the history of the area. But it's not all about the fish.
Most people would think at Damhuis, seafood and West Coast mustard would be our most popular dishes, where actually pork belly is our best seller. How we normally serve our pork belly, we get our sides in, score it, a quick rub on the inside, a stuffing, pop it into the oven, slow braise for about 2 to 3 hours, take it out, let it sit. We serve it on a bed of nicely seasonal veg, slow roasted oven wedges, nice reduced belly jus over, and that's the dish.
Due to the popularity of their locally inspired cuisine, Stefan and the team put together a cookbook showcasing their favorite traditional South African recipes and paying homage to the rich history of the location.
We started talking about the book in 2012 already. We want to tell a story about Damhuis and the people who lived here 200 years ago. It was the Brandt family. They came from Woodstock and they came to Melkbos, one of the first people living in Melkbos, and they built a house and had children here and grandchildren, and we decided it's a recipe book, yes, but it's also a storybook. Me and Dirk sat and did recipes and tested it for 4 years, and Bernette wrote the stories. She got cancer, and it went slower from there, but our main goal was to finish the book. Traditional recipes, recipes from our restaurant, recipes from my past, from Dirk's past. So we actually intertwined the ideas and sat down and right, this is the wedding. We need a pork belly, we need a lionfish, we need mussels, we need dessert, we need a bread. And then we sat down and slotted that into various, say, chapters. We are passionate about what we do. It's not just a job. I believe all 50 of my staff come in and they want to come and work. And that goes from the cleaners, from our barmen, runners, chefs, all the guys. They want to be a part of the family, basically.
Stand a chance of winning a copy of the Damhuis cookbook valued at 450 Rand when you pay for your bill at the Damhuis Beach restaurant using Scan to Pay. Integrated into the new Capitec bank app, Scan to Pay improves the way you transact, making it simpler, faster and easier than ever to pay at Capitec merchants like the Damhuis restaurant. You can now scan the major QR codes including SnapScan, Zapper and MasterPass, which means you only need one app to scan to pay and be on your way. The competition to win the Damhuis cookbook runs until the end of December. T's and C's apply and can be found on the insidersa.co.za.